Today I'm answering the most asked question that I get as a teenage singer-songwriter, which is how to write a song. I'll be giving you, I guess, a tutorial on how to write a song, but I'm kind of just gonna be telling you guys how I write my songs, and hopefully you can get some inspiration or like learn something new from this video. We're gonna be covering how to start, the melody, the lyrics, inspiration, the execution. Yeah, let's get straight into it. So how do you start writing songs in general, or just start a song at all? So basic things you should know when you're like starting to write songs is like figure out your idea, look up the basic structure of a song. There are like different structures and you can like alternate between them, but like just having a good clear idea of what a structure looks like, which is basically, I'm gonna give you guys an example how most of my songs are based. So we've got verse 1, chorus, verse 2, chorus, bridge, chorus. Yeah, so it's really, you can change it and stuff, but like if you're just starting out, I would recommend like following the basic structure. Some songs don't have bridges, you can also choose to do that, but I recommend writing bridges because I think they're the most like fun part of the song. It's like kind of hard to write a bridge, so maybe that's why some songs don't have them. In this basic structure, in the verse, you're gonna start off your song, like we're gonna see like what's the plot, like what's going on. Maybe there are some characters, maybe it's just, you know, it's just like kind of the verse. I always think of it as just like setting a scene. So set the scene, set the vibe, set the mood, and then when you go to the chorus, that's where like that's the main idea. There's like a hook, maybe there's something catchy in like the chorus, or like repeating some lines. Usually the chorus has the title in it also, like the title of the song. But again, songwriting is a very creative process. Like I'm explaining this, but it's like it all happens in different ways. Like for me, like each song literally happens differently. Like sometimes I start the song off like this, sometimes I start off like this, but this is just a basic intro and guide. But then, you know, songwriting is very flexible. You can shift and make it however, like craft it however you want your song to be. In the bridge, it's where the part where everything kind of shifts. I think I heard Jack Antonoff describe this when they're writing songs with Taylor Swift. Basically, the bridge is like almost as if the whole song is like a scenic view. You're driving through the scenic view, and when you enter the bridge, it's like you're under the bridge, so it's like very fast and like everything's just like, you know, dark, and then you come out of the bridge and it's like the scenic view once again. So yeah, so those are the basic parts, structures of the song that you could follow to start. Now for the lyrics. So the lyrics, you know, you have your main idea, then you start writing. I recommend doing like lyric dumps and then like taking some of the lines that you wrote that you think are good and putting them into the song and then writing around that. Like that's one way to do it, but there's like, again, so many different ways, so it's kind of hard to like say like there's no like really one rule book that you should follow, like this is how you write good lyrics. And it like really takes practice, and like you start to learn eventually. Like the more songs you write, the better you get at it. So that's that. But yeah, so with lyrics, it's really like personal depending on like what's your goal with the song, like what's the vibe of the song. But like I personally don't like being too direct in my songs. Like I never like to, like I never do that. Like I don't ever say like, so I'm kind of sad. Like it's never like so direct. It's like usually I love using like metaphors or like different like similes, literary devices, that's what they're called. My songwriting style is very much focused on emotion, depth, and also just like the storytelling. Like that's because my songs are always like so lyric focused, so I can talk about lyrics more than I can like melodies or like production. There's no really there's not a cheat sheet to how to write good lyrics. I would say just like keep writing like a lot and then keep figuring out your own style until you find what feels best for you. I also recommend you can choose like whether you want to write it in your notes app, because I write both in my notes app, but I also have my songwriting notebook where I just like brain dump a bunch of like ideas or like start songs. And yeah, there's a bunch. I can show you the example. Like I'm gonna show you, like they're also really messy, you know, there's like a bunch of like random scribbles on it. For example, if I'm doing a lyric dump, I'll highlight the phrases that I liked and even like mark them with like different colors for like different songs. So like you see the blue is for like a sadder song or like something, and then you just put it into together. But usually I just, if I have a really clear idea, I don't really need a lyric dump, I just go straight into it and then I just edit it afterwards. Anyways, I hope this is making sense. I also have my song, wait, I'm gonna bring it here. I also have my song binder, which I love so much. So cute. And it basically has all my songs in it and the handwritten lyrics of them, because yeah, I want to like keep a collection, like I just want to keep my songs all in one place. So either here or the notes app is my go-to. Let's talk a little bit about how to get inspiration for songs. So for me, I like sometimes I'm just going through my day and I get an idea. You never want to lose that idea, so always write it down. I just literally send a message like on the messages app to myself. Like I just have like my whole texting story with myself, like my whole texting history with myself is literally just, it's literally just lyrics or like concepts or hooks or whatever. I just write everything down. Even if you think it's really bad, even if it's at 2 a.m, write it down. Like that's what I always do. Like you can go through the messages that I have and they're like literally, one is at like 10 a.m, the next is at like 3 a.m, then it's like at 12 p.m, then it's like 1 a.m. Like it's so random. I recommend writing every single idea down because it may come in handy. But for inspiration, mainly for me, I look for inspiration in my life, whether it's like the people I'm with, something that someone says, or something that I notice, something that I see, something that I feel, something that I think about. So yeah, literally anything like from my life and what I'm experiencing or what I'm going through. But also I love to like shift gears sometimes and like not only write about my life, make up imaginary scenarios, make up imaginary characters, make up imaginary situations. And that's also so fun to write about because you have like the freedom to like literally write about anything because it doesn't have to be like actually real. You can literally find inspiration anywhere like around you, like even if it's like a book you watch, a movie you watched, or a book you read, or like from like a poem, or literally like Pinterest. It's also a really good source of inspiration. So inspiration is all around you. Now let's cover the melodies. So this is gonna be probably the harder part if you're just starting off. So I'm gonna try my best. Just know you're not alone. Everyone, when they started songwriting, they didn't really know what they're doing, but as you write more, you figure out what you're doing. So I write my songs either on my acoustic guitar or my piano. You can see it right here. You can, yeah. So I did get my guitar first and then my piano. So I definitely write more songs on my guitar, but I love writing on piano too. But if you're just starting off and you like don't have an instrument, then and you're thinking of getting one, I definitely recommend starting with the guitar and then moving on to the piano. So I'm gonna kind of explain a guess on guitar. That's not gonna be a guitar tutorial. I mean, I can make one, but I don't really know if anyone wants to see that. But you're gonna learn some basic chords like G or C, A minor, D. Like those are the basic chords. I think like the first song that I learned had those chords. So when you learn those basic chords, you're gonna start building a melody around them. And you can just, I don't know, mess around whatever order you want to do. You can look up like chord progressions and just like figure out a chord progression. Usually a chord progression is 4 chords, but this is not a guitar tutorial, so I'm not gonna get too much into that. Okay, let's say you pick G, D, A minor, and C. You're gonna figure out your strumming pattern. And then you're gonna start adding your lyrics to the melody. So it doesn't really matter whether you start with the lyrics or the melody. I do, for example, I do in between. Like I don't really start with one or the other. Like sometimes I start with the lyrics, sometimes I start with the melody. It really depends on the song and the vibe. Again, like each song comes differently. But what I do is like, usually like I'll have like some sort of lyrics or like some sort of direction, and then I'll try to add it to the guitar and like see how that sounds. I can maybe adjust it a little bit. Now, what I will recommend with your melodies, get yourself a capo. Like I love my capo so much, and like literally pretty much a lot of pop songs include capos. Yeah, so like the capo is just so much fun, and you can like have more variety of how your songs sound. So that was how to write a song coming from me, a 16-year-old singer-songwriter, and I hope you enjoyed. And if you're new here, I would love for you to join me on my journey, so make sure to subscribe and also follow me on Instagram. So good luck with your songs, and let me know in the comments if this helped, or maybe you even want to share like a chorus or a verse that you wrote. I'd love to hear it, and yeah, I love you guys. Bye!